Okay, this is an introduction to computers and ICT for everyone. This is meant for beginning users, beginners to IT and computers who have not much previous experience. Okay, what is information technology or IT? You've heard IT, the acronym IT, it means information technology. Okay, it refers to things like computers, like laptop, desktop. Okay, it could be software like Windows, or it can be some sort of game, or it could be Excel or database. It could be networks. The networks are just computers connected together to operate off a central core, basically. So a network is just any computers connected to each other, and other technologies to store. So a lot of IT is to store information. So that could be like this video I'm doing is stored on my hard drive. It's also stored on the cloud. And we will talk about the cloud in a subsequent video, but not here. But so information could be a file, it could be your resume, it could be a recipe, it could be some song you like, and you've saved it somewhere, and that's information, okay? And storage could be on your PC, so on its hard drive or over the cloud or some kind of other type of storage. Okay, it processes information. So you could be doing a spreadsheet, or you could be doing database, or it could be processing a video. And communication and communicate information. So I have information, I want to give it to you. I'm communicating using PowerPoint, I'm communicating using YouTube, I'm communicating using computers by using my computer to save and store this video that I'm doing now. If you think of it, that's everything related to computers and the internet that helps businesses and individuals work efficiently or to have fun in case if you're playing games or doing something else. Information and communication technology, ICT. Now this is another one that's thrown around, and that's very similar to IT. In fact, there's not a lot of difference these days between the two of them, but technically ICT is very similar to IT, but includes communication technologies like your phone, emails, social media, video calls. Okay, so how do you communicate? Which ways do you communicate? Like, what do you communicate? That sort of thing. So while IT focuses mainly on computer systems, ICT covers a broader range, including how we connect and communicate using technology. Okay, but many like IT courses will cover sort of basics of both of them. All right, if you're doing beginning courses anyway. Okay, so IT is a very vast field that covers everything related to computers, as we said. That could be your laptop, your desktop, software, networks, digital systems that help store, as again we said, information can be any information, could be your resume, recipe, could be a book, that like a ebook as they call them, like it could be any other information. It processes information and it transmits information over cables or over satellite or over mobile phone technology or some other kind of technology. Okay, microwaves sort of sometimes. Okay, but so this is how they do it. And it's used in almost every industry. In fact, I think most industries have got IT nowadays. And like you probably noticed it in healthcare or financing or entertainment, like, YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, Amazon, whatever you like, Disney. Okay, so when we're talking about areas in IT, there's the hardware, which is the physical components of computers, such as like the processors, memory, storage devices, and servers. Okay, so we're going to break all these concepts down in another video. We will talk about hardware and we will talk about software and networking all in subsequent videos. This is just a very broad outline and very basic. Okay, software could be things like Windows, Microsoft Office, it could be all sorts of different information. Networking, that's systems that connect computers and enabling communication over the internet or private networks. All right. Other areas of IT can include things like cybersecurity. Now, these days, cybersecurity is a very big deal to everybody. This is something that we should all be concerned about, and we will cover cybersecurity in subsequent videos because this is a lot of people have been hacked and scammed, and a lot of businesses losing money, a lot of people losing money, and so cybersecurity is becoming a big deal. Okay, protecting data, which is, again, we just said this information, and systems from threats that, like people who hack, viruses, and unauthorized access. Obviously, you don't want people accessing your personal information if you don't want them to. Cloud computing, storing and managing data on remote servers instead of local devices. So instead of storing my information here, which I do, like have a backup on my stuff here, I store it on remote computers, okay, over the internet. That's what's called cloud. Okay, data management. Okay, so if you have a lot of information, how do you manage that? From databases to analytics. And we will talk about all these topics. AI and automation, using artificial intelligence and algorithms to perform tasks. Now, many tasks can be performed by AI and automation, and probably should, because they save workers. So things like chatbots and predictive analytics, okay? IT plays a crucial role in modern life, making businesses more efficient and helping people stay and individuals stay connected. Okay, so this is important. If you want to be connected to other people, if you want to be like have services and things, you need to use computers and IT. ICT, a bit more breadth, is a broader term, as we said. It does not just mean computers and software, but also the tools and systems enabling communication. Okay, so how do we communicate? It's essential for businesses, education, healthcare, daily life, helping people to connect and share information seamlessly. Look, you can book appointments online. You can pay fees or things that you need to pay by shopping online. You can move money online. You can do all sorts of things online, okay? So we've been through this before. We'll just go through it quickly. So computing technology. This is the hardware, which we're going to go into more later, like computers, servers, mobile devices, as well as software. Communication networks, so internet, Wi-Fi, mobile networks, optic cables that allow information to be shared globally. Telecommunication systems, phones, voice over IP, okay, video conferencing like Zoom, Teams, and messaging, all right, amongst others. Okay, so more ICT, things that you might more know. Digital media and content, which means websites, could be Facebook, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever you prefer, online learning platforms, streaming services, and cloud-based storage, e-government and e-commerce, online systems for government services like banking, shopping, and customer service. Most of the customer services stuff is online these days. Cybersecurity and data protection. Remember, this is important. Safeguarding digital communication against threats like hacking, digital identity theft, and data breaches. Because you don't want everybody and their dog knowing your medical business, for instance, or your financial business, do you? Or your personal business, for that matter. Okay, emerging technologies, AI-powered communication, virtual reality, blockchain, and the Internet of Things are devices that talk to each other. Okay, we're going to go to way more into a lot of these things later on in other videos. ICT is what keeps the world connected and makes digital interaction hopefully seamless. It doesn't always work like that, but that's sometimes it does. When you're messaging a friend or attending an online meeting or streaming a movie, ICT is what is doing everything behind the scenes. So look, ICT is changing the world. Okay, it is. Technology is overtaking this basically, but it's a good thing in a lot of ways. Okay, it's revolutionizing the world, making life more connected. It's making life more efficient, like making a lot of things more easy to do. Like, for instance, I have a physical disability and find it hard to work, so I shop online. I do my banking online. I do go to class, but I do some sessions of that online. So it can make life easy for people who might be limited, either disability or access to services near them. So it can make I do all my government stuff online, like where if like let them know of my tax income, that sort of stuff. And look, so global connectivity, everybody is online these days. Like the rise of 5G and 6G is now coming down the pipe. 6G is sort of still in the stage of being researched and getting it going, but 6G is going to come down very soon. Future wireless networks will enable, really fast and low latency. Latency just means time to get information, all right? Communication, making remote work, virtual meetings, and smart cities more efficient. And it makes them possible too. Okay, advances in AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants will improve customer service and automate communication. So a lot of times people can get information from a chatbot or AI services, and so can free up your call center or your help desk or other staff to do other things, and it helps people get information for themselves a lot of the time. Artificial intelligence and automation. So obviously AI and automation is becoming a very big thing. And this is important, I think, for everyone to note that like looking into AI and looking into having basic IT skills is going to be help you. So, because a lot of jobs a lot of blue collar jobs will be replaced by automation down the track pretty soon, I'm going to say. So look, learning some IT skills, learning how to do some things like, because you can do remote controlled crane work, you can do remote controlled train work, driving trains and operating cranes remotely. So these are the things that's coming online. Smart cities, like there's quite a few smart cities that use sensors and connected devices help optimize traffic, energy, and waste management. IoT enables everyday devices like cars, security systems to communicate and automate tasks. Okay, healthcare and education. So a lot of like you can have blood pressure machines that can communicate the results of the blood pressure cuff directly to the doctor, so the doctor can be virtual, like a telemedicine, do it remote. So a lot of these machines can give results over the internet so that doctors or specialists can look at them, and this is really important, and they can raise an alarm to any staff like a nurse as well if they notice that the figures are going out. Okay, so digital learning platforms, AI-driven education is also becoming very big. Cybersecurity, we've already talked about this. Cybersecurity, governments have implemented privacy laws and other such acts to safeguard personal information now. As cybersecurity threats grow, AI-driven cybersecurity measures and encryption technologies are evolving to protect data, and this is a big thing too. Sustainability and green tech, that's the other big thing. ICT is crucial for climate change with innovations in energy efficient computing, and smart grids reduce carbon footprints. Businesses use AI and big data to track and reduce environmental impact. ICT is the backbone of all progress, connecting people, and it makes industries better and creates solutions for the future. Okay, so just very quickly, we've already covered this. Computers, the brains behind the processing information. The internet, how people access web sites, emails and social media, phones and communications, making calls, sending messages, video chatting, digital tools like banking apps and cloud storage, security and protection, keeping personal, business and data safe, like Norton's and other types of security. There's a lot in security there, but we won't go into all of it. Okay, computers and devices are the tools we use every day. Software and apps are the programs that make computers useful. The internet and networks is how everything connects. Cybersecurity, keeping your information safe and private. Cloud storage, saving files online instead of on a device. Okay, so we discussed in this video IT and ICT in very simple and very beginning terms. Okay, I understand this is very beginning. There will be more videos on what PCs are and other IT information. The information presented is very basic, and the information obviously needs to be gone through in a greater detail, which we will do in subsequent videos. More videos to come on different topics will follow. I hope this helps you, and thank you for your time.